Hello and welcome to today's episode of Between Two Cacti, presented by Scottsdale Living. My name is Dr. Amber Enright, owner of The Therapy Doctor, and I will be your host for today's episode. I'm the co-founder of Scottsdale Living Business Edition, and Scottsdale Living Women's Edition, alongside the one and only John Doring, your friendly neighborhood realtor, as I like to call him. He's not here today, but I will be interviewing him in the very near future for you. Until then, I would love to tell you a little bit about Scottsdale Living before I introduce today's guest. Scottsdale Living is a thriving, social, interactive community group here in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. It started as a community recommendations group and has grown into so much more. Scottsdale Living exists really to turn neighbors into friends, to help connect entrepreneurs and the community, as well as to give a way for people to learn about their neighbors and engage with that small town feel in the big city. You can check us out on Facebook at Scottsdale Living, Tempe Living, and Phoenix Living, or on thescottsdaleliving.com. And now, without further ado, introduce today's guest, Kelly Love from Sinful Glows Spray Tan. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Amber.
How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, I love it. Thanks for coming in. How was your weekend?
Fantastic. At Tavera Jackson.
With me. We went to Tavera Jackson. It was so much fun. It's probably one of my favorite events in Arizona, like the entire year. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a luxury auction. It's a car auction for collectors. It's a lively event. It is a day full of, I don't know, thousands of any kind of car you could dream of. It is fantastic. We had so much fun.
So interesting. The energy was so wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so big.
Huge.
I mean, a couple times, right? I'm like, okay, so this is the end. And you're like, absolutely not, though. It's not.
Right. We get to the end of one area and you're a third of the way through.
Okay, this is the end. You're like, no, there's way more, Kelly.
So much. They even have basically like a Bondurant type experience where you can get in a car. My niece did it. She loved it.
Loved it.
It was so much fun. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about where you come from and how you ended up in Scottsdale.
Okay, so I moved to Scottsdale about a year ago now, and originally from Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So it's nice and chilly there. I've lived in many states, but recently came from Wisconsin. And the reason why I picked Scottsdale is really when I was here 2 years previous for my birthday, there was some energy that I felt here that was super magical. And like I said, I've lived everywhere: LA, Vegas, San Diego, Chicago, Vail. So I've lived in great, great cities. But there's something very special and unique that I felt within 24 hours. And I just knew that I was going to be moving here within a couple months. And I did.
I obviously love Arizona. I've moved away many times, and every single time I've always come back. This is also like a huge transplant hub. Like Phoenix and Scottsdale are a huge percentage of our population is tourism and travelers, but a lot of those people end up staying. And I think it's fantastic because it really is a melting pot. You get so many kinds of personalities and culture, and I love Arizona for that reason, not just our gorgeous sunsets.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about how you created this business. Like, why was Sinful Glows necessary? Tell me about your company.
So I started back in LA, Los Angeles, 13 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with a girlfriend, and we had started a company to help people feel better in their own skin. And to avoid skin cancer. So there's so many people that just are not interested in the sun damage or the skin cancer, and then they're not allowed to go back out in the sun.
Yeah.
So we started doing mobile spray tans in LA. Everybody knows LA. There is a lot of traffic in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And so one thing that people just truly loved was that we're a mobile company, right?
Mm-hmm. Convenience.
It's convenience. So yep. So she got married and did her own thing, and I just continued and took it everywhere. I love it. I love making people feel good about themselves.
Yeah, I do love that you're a mobile company. There's almost nothing better than the convenience of somebody coming to you and being able to provide you something. But I do also really just like your energy and your personality. I think you have a way of, you have a presence in every room. You do have really, really good energy. So you started your company quite a while ago.
I did.
And how has it been since you started here in Scottsdale?
So when I left Milwaukee, I left 700 clients.
That is hard. Wow.
Very hard.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
That's such a bold move. So picking up and just coming here, obviously with no kids, no pets, it's very easy for me to open a mobile spray tan company anywhere. But yeah, it was a little bit hard. And all my Wisconsin people, hi everyone. I love it. Sorry that it's snowing by you. They were very sad because it's when you find a PT, when you find a doctor, when you find a hairstylist, when you find anybody that you just truly love, it's very hard to say goodbye to them. But this has just been one of the best experiences in Scottsdale out of all the places I've lived, especially for business. The business community, the Scottsdale Living, I've never felt more at home.
Wow.
Being and remember, I've lived in great places, but it's very home.
I love hearing you say that. Obviously, one of the purposes of Scottsdale Living Business Edition, especially, which was created not this August, but the August before that, was really literally meant to just connect business owners at first so that they could learn about more networking. And then we realized that our platform was so much bigger than that, and we could give people the ability to connect with this giant audience that we already had. And that audience was completely different. It was just neighbors to neighbors. Like that really meant something to John Doring and myself. And we knew we had to build something on that. The minute that we met the people that came in the door, it was like 8 people in a coffee shop. And one of our first interviewers was was Steve Branch from Mindset Survival. Of course, you know him. And every time we've met someone through, it makes us want to foster their business and help grow their business. And so obviously this was kind of a next step for that organizational part. But tell me if you have felt anything in your business that led you in Arizona that you're like, this is kind of special about spray tans. So for example, I know that there are a lot of places people can get spray tans.
So many.
So tell me, like, you obviously have a special model, and tell me more about that part.
That is very true. Scottsdale I have beautiful, beautiful competitors. I love my competitors so much. I've met quite a few of them, and we work together. So a lot of people don't like competition. I love competition. It makes you a better business owner. It makes you a better person. And it's really not competition, because when I can't spray tan somebody, I can send them my friends, my other friends in the spray tan industry. What makes me a bit unique is obviously my personality.
Shining star.
Let's see. Out of the thousands of people that I've spray tanned in my life, every single one has laughed in my tent, which is, think about it, very special.
Yeah, that is.
You're naked
and uncomfortable.
And you're uncomfortable and you're laughing.
Yeah.
I'm winning.
Okay. So for all of our listeners out there, if you've never had a spray tan, it is definitely a unique experience. In fact, I was so terrified about the experience that my first experience was just a machine spray tan. And I happened to be in California. We were going to Laguna Beach, and my girlfriend was getting one. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll get one too. So I get it. And she knows I'm going to the beach later, but I end up going to the beach. And it was just a few hours later, I thought, well, it's dry, it's totally good. It was not. That is not how it was going to work. Apparently you need like 4 to 8 hours to like set. So basically I ended up with like a really jaggedy looking sock line, if you will, with like spray water marks all up my legs. It was not good.
Why didn't anybody tell you that?
I'm not really sure. And maybe that's kind of the whole concept too, of like, I'm going into a facility that doesn't really care versus a customer that you want to return. Right? You care about that part of your business.
Love my clients. I love to take the time. That is also very unique about me, and it shows in all my reviews, is that when you call me, I love my virgin spray tanners, right? Like, like what's going to happen? Like, what do I do? Do I wear my swimming suit? And they want to feel comfortable. So when they call me, I'll take 30 minutes to talk to them about anything. And that is really just, it's nice customer service, right? Like, somebody to feel comfortable. And I get them so excited, right? Then they're like, I can't wait to get naked for you. I'm like, me either.
Yeah, that was like a weird thing. Even in the machine, the first time I felt uncomfortable completely disrobing, even though I was by myself, but you're like in this room. And the first time that I had a spray tan, I found that to be a completely different experience, where you're really coaching people on how to feel comfortable, and you're mostly walking them through like the positions, because there's different kind of staging and positions that you do. And that process felt fine. And I know that you are a person that you're a natural conversationalist.
Very.
So you're keeping people moving through the conversation, and all kinds of people would feel comfortable doing that experience, which I think is special.
It is. And you do have to you're very vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
One of the One of the things, it's my tent is a non-judgment tent. So people that, are like, okay, don't worry, I'm sorry, I'm like 20 pounds heavier, or, oh, I didn't, shave or whatever. Literally no judgments. You don't get to say anything bad about yourself in my tent.
Compliments only.
Only.
Love.
Only can love yourself.
Love.
One of the things I think that also with back in the day, right, 20 years ago, I mean, spray tanning has come a long, long way. Back in the day, the solutions were orange. They were gross because it was a new product, right? Like everything, you have to iron that out. You have to figure out the solution. And the solutions are so wonderful. They're vegan. They're non-toxic. They're great for your skin. My solutions are vegan, and they smell great. They're skin firming. There's vitamins in it. So it's a really great solution, and you can use it when you're pregnant. I'm not a doctor, but I have done, women that are pregnant. And again, the feeling comfortable is really, really fun.
I think there's a whole nother area of spray tanning that I really like is that, so a spray tan artist like Kelly actually can come in and kind of shape your body. So
Contour,
like create lines for you, or create, enhanceable areas,
that's right.
if you will.
Yeah.
You want an extra shadow for a perk up somewhere, you can create that line. It makes you feel immediately luxurious when you have a nice tan. And in Arizona, everyone is very skin conscious, meaning like people here, I think, are fit and beautiful. I just think everyone is.
Absolutely one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been in.
I love that. It really is. Scottsdale is pretty sexy.
It is sexy.
So sexy.
But if people, and the thing is even in the summer, right? Like you should definitely be out in the sun, getting sun in your eyes for your circadian rhythm and a whole bunch of other things. So 30 minutes every day with no sunscreen, get it. Don't look directly in the sun, people.
Oh my gosh.
Just a little disclaimer. But you should get that exposure. But otherwise, it's like the UV in the summer, right? It's up to like 11, 12. People just, the brown spots that happen, the wrinkles. So that's why they love a spray tan.
Can I tell you a secret?
You can tell me lots. Tell everybody the secret.
Oh my gosh. Okay. When I was young, I really, really wanted glasses. So I would stare at the sun. I know.
That is the best thing I've ever heard.
As I'm looking at this paper that I have up here that I can't read. Yeah, I couldn't read it. Anyway, don't stare at the sun. It's terrible for your eyes. But I love that you gave that
glasses without the lenses.
Right? Listen, I didn't know that was going to be an option later in life. It's fine. Just one of my eyes is messed up.
And if anybody doesn't know what Amber looks like, she's actually not blonde. She actually does have hair.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. It's so fantastic.
A secret.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. Okay, well, tell me a little bit of something else. Business owners tend to be, obviously, they're go-getters. Mm-hmm. I feel like one of the things about competitive markets like spray tanning is you constantly have to be, your business is a small baby. And if you are not holding it and feeding it, it is starving. It's starving. And you're in a competitive market. So what are the things that you're like, I want people, like I know women get spray tans. Who else? Who else do you want to? Men get spray tans.
And yep, men get spray tans. And it's
not just fitness people.
Not just fitness. So obviously, most of my spray tanning is for just the everyday person who's going on vacation, who wants to feel better about themselves. So men, women, it doesn't matter. Actually, I spray tan everybody. And that's my slogan. Like, I love every body, BODY. So it doesn't matter if you're 5 pounds heavier, if you're 5 foot and you weigh 90 pounds, or if you're a 7-foot woman that weighs 280, which she was my Canadian that I did in Vegas, right? So like, I literally love all shapes and sizes, and it's for you to feel better about yourself. And I promise you will instantly feel better. So men, women, I do a lot of work with pageants, fashion shows. Cheerleading. I love my cheers.
Cheer competitors, I guess.
Cheer competitors.
Maybe dancers.
And even ballet. So I do a lot of ballerinas as well.
Wow. That's cool. That sounds beautiful.
It is.
Ballerinas are beautiful.
They are.
Wow, that's so cool. Who inspires you? Who inspires you, Kelly?
That is such a great question.
Yeah.
I saw the question before this show and I was like, I
was wondering how you were going to answer it. I mean, I literally put this one in just for you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You want to come back to that? She's like, I'm still thinking about it.
I think every single person inspires me.
Hmm.
I love humans. I love humans.
I know you're a human magnet because, I've gotten to know you through the business groups. And then also, obviously, we hang out sometimes outside of that. We went to Barrett Jackson together. I've gone out to a couple of other things. And one of the things about hanging out with you is people say I have a lot of energy. But when I go out with you, I feel like I have small energy. People will walk up to you and be like, I know you from, I feel like they saw you one time and you're memorable.
It is the most fascinating, the biggest compliment I could ever get.
You have such big energy. Like it is, I don't want to use the word intimidating. It's just like, it's very present. You're very present.
Which is amazing, right? When you live in life, you should be very present.
100%.
And I think that is so fascinating. All my life, I've been like that. And I think when you vibrate on a high level, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are they want to know who you are.
That is exactly what happens. Right? They literally walk up and they're like, I know you. And they want to engage in a one-to-one conversation with you. Like I'm sitting there and then now I'm blocked out of a conversation because somebody interjected between our seats. Like, hey, I was just sharing this plate of food.
It's actually so interesting. One of my other girlfriends said the same thing. We were at like the Beverly on Main or something. And everybody's like, hi. And everyone's coming up to me. She's like, oh my gosh. Do you have to talk to everybody? Why does everybody know you? And
they do. I don't know.
Right.
Very memorable. Good energy.
Good energy.
Yeah. Very present. It's very cool. She also loves champagne. So if you see her out, maybe bring her a champagne. That's her thing.
Champagne. That is my.
You're a champagne person.
I am.
Very fancy.
Champagne and tequila.
For another episode. I think that if you make a podcast, that should be the actual title of yours. Champagne and tequila.
And we have to drink.
Yeah, everybody that you interview has to have a drink.
Oh my gosh.
Done deal.
Done. Who's coming?
Who's coming?
Coming to the party.
That's funny. Date nights. When you are going to go on maybe you're going on a first date and you want to just feel a little bit extra, like that boost of like, I want to connect and I'm a little nervous, or I don't know, you have to go anywhere. You're going on vacation, you're getting in a bikini. Listen, it's winter. I am not summer ready, but I'm going to fake it till I make it. So
Well,
what do you got for me?
Well, we were just saying like date nights, and Valentine's Day is coming up. It is great. It makes you feel more confident, man or woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great gift to give. Yeah. So if your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband, maybe they're looking a little pasty.
Hey, babe, you look a little like our Colgate toothpaste right now. If we could spice things up.
I can see through you. If I can see through you, you need Sinful Glows. That's how. But it's a great gift to give because, again, it's unique, right?
It's actually, I really like that too, because I think everybody thinks of like, oh, a massage.
Right.
Spray tan. That is actually a really great gift.
Right.
I would be happy to get one of those as a gift.
Right. Because it's something that maybe you wouldn't spend on yourself, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's something like, well, it's kind of a luxury item. I don't know if I really need to spend that money. But with 20% off, your gift card will be perfect for Valentine's Day.
Love it.
And you can give it obviously beforehand. So
what's the total time of an appointment that I need when I book? So I call you and I'm like,
I am getting out within 20 minutes.
Boom. One person, 20 minutes.
One person. And that's it. Pushing. That's like usually 15, but 20 minutes.
Okay.
Go set up. I just need a big open space, an outlet. That's it. I have a big tent, so nothing will get ruined in your house.
Yeah, that's important to me.
Yes.
I did have a girlfriend that used to work for a spray tan company. She had all the equipment, and she used to do these in a bathroom, like kind of in a shower, but it was like kind of a short-walled shower. And they just repainted because she kind of tinted all of her even shower walls with like spray tan stuff. So the mobile tent is
and it's interesting. If she would have probably washed down every time, she probably wouldn't have had any problems.
I'm not going to tell her that, but they did redo their bathroom. So, but yeah, the tent is obviously important, and it's like sealed on the top.
Yeah, sealed. And people, when I come over, please just don't ask me if we're going to do it outside, because we're not. We're just not. First of all, you're naked. You're naked. Second of all, there's bees.
Bees?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Outside. Yeah. Outside.
There's ways outside. And
There's
so
all kinds of stuff out there.
the reason why I can tell you all this is because some girls wanted to do outside. I said, okay, we're going to do this outside. Let's do this. And there was 5 bees in there. I was like, oh no, we're pulling through. So good luck with this.
Oh my God.
She wanted
tough love. Tough Kelly Love.
Tough Kelly Love. If you want to tell me how to do my job, we're going to have fun.
Oh my gosh. Enjoy your bees. I hope you feel beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, it's a spray, right? So like if there's any kind of draft that's flowing through your tent because you're outside, it's not going to go where you need it to go.
How do you know that? That's exactly true.
I mean, they do that for cars. They would never ever do that
absolutely.
in even a cracked area
That's
space.
the most important thing, actually, is because when I am spraying you, it is a certain way from your body that I have to be. And it's exactly, if there's crosswinds, it's all over the place. It's not an even tan.
Yeah. And then how are you going to enhance my enhanceable areas?
I can't.
Boom. Yeah. See, that's non-negotiable.
So yes, we are going to do it in your house. Thank you very much. I mean, at this point, if we really want to do it outside, it's freezing out. Let's go. I'm in. Just have at it.
I am definitely a please don't like blow air on me person. Like, I don't even care if it's a heater. Well, actually, no, if it's a heater, then get me all up in there. But if it's cold air blowing on me anywhere, I am annoyed. I'm so annoyed. But I know that blowing air is part of the spray tan process. So that's the one time where I'm like, okay, fine. This
just
is okay.
Have to grin and bear it for just a few minutes.
But then you have like a heater thing that you can kind of blow on me afterward.
Yes.
Dry.
Yes.
Dry.
Yes.
Okay.
But my solution dries very fast, by the way. And if you have like a last minute thing where you have to be out and about, I have clear spray tan.
Set it and forget it.
Yes. So you just, so you can put your clothes back on, but you still want to be mindful, even if it's clear, because you want it to be, that's why you want to wear loose fitting clothes, because you want it to stay in one spot.
I love how tall you are, because right now I'm sitting in this chair and I'm 5'4" and I can't put my feet on the ground. I just realized that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either. Do you need a little booster?
Okay, listen, I'm going to put the pillow behind my back again. I love that you're 5'9", because when we go out, people literally, I think it's part of the magnetism too. Like, people are like, wow.
Yeah, well, I'm 5'9", but with heels, I'm like 6'2".
And you love wearing heels.
Always.
We were wearing basically the same shoe this weekend. I think it's amazing because a lot of tall women, they don't want to wear shoes that make them stand out. And I'm like, but you're tall and that's more beautiful.
It is way more. I always wanted to be short. And then when I was like 15.
What?
Because you can get all the guys.
Well, I feel like I always have wanted to be tall because
I always want to be short.
Listen, I've been out with you. Okay, so your prior statement was inaccurate. Remember that you were standing right between us every single time. Oh, hi, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, okay, listen, I was just eating this meal. So you can make my booty bigger.
I can.
Okay, yeah, so that's a thing.
It does not hurt. This is the best.
So we're going to work on that. We're definitely going to work on that. What were some of the things that you think about your business and just being a business owner maybe in general, or about giving spray tans that you thought ended up being way better than you thought it could have been? Like, you made this business for a purpose, but like, what are some of the things that you enjoy the most, like while you're at work, or fun things?
Honestly, so it's not work to me at all, right? So my company, sinfulglows.com, is 24/7. Which makes me, again, extremely unique. Mm-hmm. So not only do I come to your house or your hotel room or anywhere, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm 24/7. And a lot of people are like, wow, really? Like, who wants to spray tan at 2 a.m? Well, people that come in on a red eye, people that have events and conferences for like the whole week that don't have time to obviously go get spray tans. Mm-hmm. But I would say that the most rewarding part of what I do, and I just truly love it, is watching how they transform when they see themselves within that. So it takes me about 10 to 12 minutes per person, give or take, to spray tan you. Mm-hmm. And when you get to see yourself, you just instantly become a different person. It's
more confident.
Such a confidence booster.
Yeah.
The pageants that I do, the USA pageant, the Petite USA pageant, every year, and it's 100 girls I'll do in a couple days, just back to back, and it goes from women that have never had a spray tan, and they're just instantly transformed.
Cool. I
So it's
love that.
men and women. I mean, just to see how different it is.
There is something special about being tan. You just feel so good. The confidence, like you
Feel like a boss. Like
yeah.
you walk into a place, you're like, my clothes look great. I'm shining. I'm
You're
glowing.
youthful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, and you know that all celebrities, when you see all your events, the celebrity events, they're all spray tanned. So I have a lot of celebrity clients as well. So when I was in LA and Vegas, so Drake and Miley Cyrus and Matt Damon,
Dang,
Courtney Cox, and so, but and it's funny, people are like, Drake at spray tans, absolutely, because it's just they like that glow because it's a different glow for pictures. So when you really want to look good, everyone get a spray tan for events, for pictures, because they just show so much better. You know, you hear people, oh, like I'm tan. It's just dead skin, right? When you're tan, but when you have this glow, it's just magnificent.
So is that is that bronze? Like, is it sparkles?
I do have some that I can add sparkles to. So if
you like sparkles. Yeah, I could
do that.
I like to be shimmery.
Are we going to shimmer you this week or what?
Well, you know, I had an appointment on Wednesday, so we need to be talking about Wednesday probably. I know. We got to figure it out. I'm supposed to come in on Wednesday.
No, I'm coming to you.
Well, that's what I meant. To my place.
Yeah. So I'm still a mobile spray tan artist. Oh, let me just preference. So people are like, so you're a mobile spray tan artist. What does that exactly mean? So do you just come in a big van and then we just come out?
Yeah. How does it work? You're going to come into my house. And then what am I going to have, so spray on the ceiling and my dog?
Buy me a van, that would be amazing. So please do that for me. But no, yes, I come into your house, and then of course I get my two favorite questions. So yeah, are you gonna ruin everything in my house? And then I nicely look at everyone and I say, well, as a business owner, if I came into everybody's house and ruined it, I wouldn't have over 150 5-star reviews. Now would I?
Goodbye, white couch.
Kelly was here.
So do I have to not sit on stuff afterward? What's the deal?
So yeah, what the most important things is after you prep for a spray tan, which is exfoliation and shaving, and then you really want to do that 24 hours before a spray tan. So don't wait till the last minute to get waxing. You want to do all that 24 hours beforehand. Okay. You don't want anything on your skin. Because I don't know that
lotion. You have to take lotion and deodorant off.
Right.
Oils, cute oil.
Sure. Okay. All of it. Nothing. Especially deodorant, because aluminum oxidizes and will turn green. Your armpits turn.
What?
Yep. True story. I always know.
Definitely know.
I always know when somebody didn't remove and once I start spraying you, you can't go wash yourself because now you are spray tanned, like you noticed going to a beach. And that's another thing. Always get a spray tan 24 to 48 hours before an event. I mean, if you have to go in last minute, I understand, but really, really 24 to 48 hours is the best because it takes, even though it's an express spray tan, you can actually rinse after 1 hour, which is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very different. That's unique about your formulas. Your formula.
Okay. 1 hour. And then after you rinse, you're gonna slather on the lotion.
Okay.
And that helps last 7 to 10 days.
Wow, that is really cool. So bachelors or bachelorettes,
all of them,
brides. Scottsdale's a huge hub for weddings and party people, birthdays, bachelor parties.
So much fun. And it's a cool gift to give. People don't think about those kind of gifts, right? Maybe you're a realtor and you want to give your clients that just bought a house something unique in their basket of goodies. Think about it. I do mobile spray tans in your home. It's a great gift to give. Wow. Just a little gift card for when they go on vacation or whatever. And a lot of people have never had it, right? So it's a very unique gift to give as well.
Well, my family is all very white Irish. They connect freckles, they don't actually tan. So they come out for spring training, which is coming up in March. Half of the country's teams play here in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Mesa, and then half of them play in Florida. So while we're going here, I'm thinking my niece, need to spray tan because it will help protect them from the sun a little bit, right? Does it enhance sun protection?
So there is no sunscreen in it. So you still want to wear sunscreen?
But aren't your cells slightly protected by like the tan?
I do hear that. And with my solution, I've heard, oh, it's helped improve my acne. Like I don't have acne. I'm like, okay, please don't tell people that. Like that's not, I don't,
Not a medical fact.
I'm not,
Not a medical fact.
please don't say that. But I mean, that's great. And I have people, it is interesting. I mean, I've got people spray tanning every 5 to 7 days because they just love to have color. And then I have people that are, events. But yes, when you're pale all the time, having that like slate color is just great. And that's very important when you're finding an airbrush artist. Just go to somebody that knows what they're doing and try it out before a big event. Like if you're getting married, don't wait to like 2 days before to go, you know what, I'm going to book that spray tan. Try it out because you want to make sure that you like how the color develops on you. If it's too dark, if it's too light, we can kind of go back and forth with that. So really, do that in advance before a big event.
Wow. Yeah. So you do see a variety of every kind of person, every kind of event. What's like probably the most fun event that you ever sprayed for? Sprayed for?
Yeah, I would say, I know, funny, huh?
Okay.
It is funny. I would say my pageant girls because it's just like, I mean, it's a machine. And I mean, I do fitness competitions as well, but it's a completely different solution. That's gross.
Makes you 5 times darker.
I mean, right.
Like,
I mean, it's
right,
specifically for that. So it's whatever. But I would say my pageant girls. So it's like every 30 minutes, I'm like, get naked, get naked, get naked, get naked, get naked. I mean,
a lot of that going around.
And the reason why I'm really good at what I do is because I care about how this is going to look on you. So I always follow up as well the following day to see how you look, to see if there's any comments. I want to know, right? Because I don't really get to see you guys.
Feedback's important.
And I don't get to see you afterwards either, right? Like you go on with your life. I don't get to see the tan. So I like to follow up to make sure. But I would say the pageant girls. There's a lot of energy. It's so much fun. But yeah, I just love it. It's just not work.
Well, it's definitely event season. So I feel like you're definitely going to be super busy the next couple of months.
Waste management is coming up, everyone. Super Bowl, same weekend. And now all the weddings start. Springtime weddings.
Spring training. We just had Barrett Jackson.
Yeah.
It's electric in Arizona right now.
It is.
You are busy every weekend.
It is.
It's amazing.
And most people will get their spray tans on, like, if you want it to be great for the weekend, right? Let's say you have an event Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Do it on a Wednesday. You could do it on a Thursday. Because remember, you want that 24 to 48 hours.
Are there people that just get it every 10 days? Is that a thing?
Absolutely.
So it's not like if it's not complete.
Yeah, you can just exfoliate the rest off towards like the 10th, 11th day. The easiest is hot showers, baths, bath salts, hot tubs. That's
like you can soak it off.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Good to know.
Yeah. So it's really easy.
Does it matter if you're like in the pool, like if it's like a saltwater pool instead of the chlorine?
Way better. It'll
okay.
So
it's not just about how long you're sitting in the water. It's about the chemical.
moving it. I mean, come on. It's a spray tan, right?
Yeah.
Like one of my things is like if you don't have to shower every day, it'll last longer.
It's like my hair dye.
If you are in and out of a shower quick and you're using cool water, like let's say you just get in, wash your hair, do your thing, and then get out, it'll last longer. I've had women and men, it lasts for like 2 weeks, which is pretty impressive.
Wow.
I asked them, do you shower ever? And they're like, yes. But I just wasn't doing it for
shower. Hey man, do you ever shower?
I need to get that full 2 weeks in.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you want to tell people about your company that makes you different or special, or that you're just like, you got to know about this offer?
So right now, all my mobile spray tans, I am giving a discount. So for all of my Scottsdale Living people and anybody that's listening to this or hears this at a later date, I am going to offer 20% off your first mobile spray tan.
I'm going to be first.
You are actually, ironically. And also I offer exfoliation and tans. I'm the only person that does that here, Sinful Glows. And I also am the only person who's 24/7, right? So that makes me pretty unique.
Exfoliation and spray tans.
So I'll exfoliate you first.
Wow.
And then I'll spray tan you.
Okay.
So like if you're single or, maybe you've had a spray tan or you have your own self tanner. Oh, and please, before you get a professional spray tan, please don't have any other stuff on you. Like just soak it off. I know that you're going to be
like
white.
lotions,
Like some people use the self tanner because they don't like to see themselves white. But please be like, have nothing on your skin.
You need the clean canvas.
Yeah, you really do. It's much nicer. So yep, 24/7. Last minute appointments are available. So if somebody calls, like, let's say you found out you're going on a trip really quick and you're like, I really want to spray tan before I leave.
That just happened, by the way, folks. That really just happened.
Yeah, it did happen. And I can get to people within the hour.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So what areas do you serve here? Because not just Scottsdale. Scottsdale is actually really, really, really long. It's like 40 miles south. It's very long. All the way up to, I know you go up to like Cave Creek, Boulders, Wisp Rock, Terra Vita, all those.
So I'm based in Old Town, Scottsdale, 85251. Yeah, that's it. And, but I travel all the way, right? Cave Creek, Desert Mountain, Troon, Fountain Hills, Gilbert, Chandler. I mean, I go the whole, about 45 miles.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge radius. Wow.
Radius.
Good for you.
And I think a lot of my other friend competitors, a lot of them have
5.
Well, and and usually they have brick and mortar as well, where, I mean, people just love that. It's so convenient that I come to them. Which, if it's raining, if it's hot, you don't want to sweat off your spray tan.
I don't want to get in my car.
You don't want to get back in the car. You don't want to have to put on like your seatbelt and then it ruins the tan. So it's just such a luxury and it's such a convenience.
I'm also so vain that I don't really go out without makeup on. So
that's not, I don't think that's a vain thing.
Oh, good. You're vain.
No, I think that it's because you care about yourself. And when you show up for yourself every day, you are a better businesswoman. You're a better friend. You're a better human.
Oh, I love that. You know, there's been a lot of talk about people who are showing up everywhere in sweatpants. You know, it's like less professional. It's a little less professional. If I go to work every day in sweatpants and I feel like this is the standard, I might be letting other things slide a little bit. So I agree that there's like a bit of professionalism in coming in, the way that you're ready to present yourself to work, to engage, to interact with people. Of course, my business is also active, right? I actually exercise with people. So there was something to like actually wearing the right uniform for your work as well. But I love that you said that. Thank you. You were so nice.
Beep, beep. But seriously, it's the community. I mean, look at all the people, all of the people that I've met, from Current, Eric, to John, to Joshua, to Josh, to like just so many great businesses. And I love that we root for each other.
100%. It is definitely like a community that's more family oriented. We're both part of other networking groups, and I do think Scottsdale Living has a special vibe about it. It is that neighborly connection. It's like, hey, I love learning about you and what you like and your business. And just being able to speak conversationally about that helps me make sure that I'm referring my friends to people who are a friend.
I agree.
Right? So
I totally agree with that.
That's how businesses, like especially small businesses, rise. That was one of the reasons I thought this was really important. I felt like a small fish. I'm a minnow in the ocean.
You're super small fishes.
Yeah. And how do you compete?
And what you said is exactly true. Okay, there is a lot of competition, Kelly. There is tons of competition here. The most, actually, probably from all of the places. Even LA. I mean, LA is pretty competitive, but Scottsdale is, and you get these people that don't have any training and they're like, okay, I'm going to start a spray tanning company, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. Great. Somebody has to start somewhere, which is fine. But it's what makes me so special that you want to spray tan from? And it's my personality.
Yeah, the differentiator. 100%. No, I definitely agree. It's
and I do a great job.
Yeah, you do a great job. People go to something special because it offers something special. Right. Like either, oh my gosh, I want this. Not everybody has like a celebrity tie-in or like a brand like Gucci.
Right.
Like, okay, great. Walmart also sells t-shirts, but you're going to that store for something special, and that's why they pay more, and that's why they connect a little bit differently with their market. So I do think that the differentiator is the entire business.
I agree.
It's the entire business for all of us.
And in ours, because you're so special with like our customer service, like people want to work with people that they respect, that they take care of, even when something goes wrong. Things go wrong often. It's life. We're humans. But how can we correct it? Where is the solution? Because there's always a solution.
Yeah.
And I think when you take that approach, like, for example, what you said, you're like, yeah, I'm so vain. No, There's nothing vain about you.
I'm not going out without makeup on.
I'm
not
not that
happening.
you wear makeup. I love that you show up for yourself first. And I noticed that actually I do that here too.
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing. I was like, I was here for like 1 week and I was getting everything situated and I was at Ace Hardware and I looked like asshole. Period. Never, ever have I done that again. That was the biggest life lesson at Ace Hardware. I was like, holy hot men. Where am I?
Gosh. At Ace, yeah.
And then this guy was like, oh, can I help you carry this stuff out? I'm like, could you?
I was just looking for screws and now I'm lost. It's so hard. I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving.
You can carry these things for me. I would super appreciate it.
Ace Hardware is interesting. It's a great business and people forget about Ace Hardware.
Love Ace Hardware.
They always have amazing things, like literally from flower pots to like anything you need in your home of every size.
Well, and like I bought drill bits and I don't even own a drill.
Oh my gosh. You can borrow mine. We'll see if they,
Do you actually have a drill?
Yes.
Oh, I need one. I need to put up some.
Yeah, you can borrow it.
I mean, maybe do you use it?
Again, neighbors, helping neighbors here. Okay. Do I use it? Yeah, when I need a drill, Zelly, I have it. I have it literally above the dog food. It's very accessible, but I'm not like drilling things all day, every day. I have other stuff I have to get to. I must. I'm not drilling
things every day.
All day.
She's got holes all over her wall. Just holes. I'm like,
just designs. That's it. That's all. Anybody need a locker moved? Just walking around. Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh. Belly laughs. Ab workout for sure.
No, Ace is great. I love it. And it's a small business too. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is very interesting. Well, did you hear that now women are just going, instead of doing online like Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, all of that, they're dressing up and we're going to Home Depot and we're meeting men. Do you want to do it? But we'll take like a little spike.
I'll come with you.
Okay.
For the entertainment. Yeah. You're definitely the person. I'm shy. I don't like weird. I like to meet people, but not like for the purpose of dating. In fact, when it turns into that, I'm like, oh.
So instead of that though, how about looking at it like the more people you know, the wealthier you become, number one. And you might not want to date every single person you meet, clearly.
Obviously not. You're weeding most of them out, right?
But that person might have the love of your life. You just don't know because you never talked to that person.
Can you introduce me to some of your friends, sir?
Listen, you're not really my type, but do you have friends?
Yeah. I mean, there's 1,000 fish in the sea. Probably way more than that, actually, I've heard.
There's probably more than that.
I've heard there's a few more than 1,000.
Probably more.
Although, did you hear about that great white shark attack?
No.
Yeah, there was a great white shark attack, like, I think off the coast of Mexico or something. And I'm not really sure where it was. Let's be honest. Okay. Front news.
Allegedly,
there was a man that had his head bit off by a great white. And this is not a funny story because clearly he died. Clearly he died. But the story was that basically the hunting grounds for the sharks are being decimated. And so they have to go further outside of their hunting grounds, which is the reason that the guy was kind of further out than he should have been as well, which is fascinating, right? Everybody that has limited resource needs to go outside of their resource. Businesses too.
Okay.
Really tied that back in.
I know. Wait, how did we go from dating hot guys at Home Depot to
great white shark attacks?
Yeah, what happened?
No idea.
Cool.
Were you entertained? Were you not entertained?
Super still sober.
Yeah, it is literally the middle of the afternoon. All right. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to cover or share about your business in particular?
Excuse me. I think that just call me. My website, they can call me at 414-975-7797. You can text that number too. You can also go online, sinfulglows.com. You can book right online. But if you do have a last minute appointment, please just call me. Make it a little bit easier. And yes, I do need your home address. So I get a couple of people that are like, well, I'm not going to give you my home address quite yet. Well, then I can't find you.
I need to be able to find you to provide the service you asked me for.
I'm not going to stalk you, so I don't do that. I don't have that kind of time. I just need to know where you are.
So I can do the job that you hired me for.
That's all I need your address for, everyone.
Awesome. I love it.
And I go all the way up to Sedona too. So I've done a couple in Sedona.
Oh, that's awesome.
For wedding parties and stuff.
So you will travel if it's like a group or like a wedding.
And I travel actually all over the U.S. So I go back to Wisconsin in August for the pageant again. And then there's a fashion show in Florida that I'm doing. So if you have anything that you're like, this is an interesting concept, let me get a hold of Kelly and let me see if we can work something out.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. And I love doing business with other small business. As a small business owner, love my small businesses. Love when people review us because that means so much that you're telling somebody else like, okay, this was my experience.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate it so much.
Yeah, there's definitely no better thank you than that for a business owner.
Right.
Very nice.
So yeah.
Oh, I love you. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. We're going to do this more often with champagne and tequila.
Done deal. All right. Well, thank you so much. Kelly Love with Sinful Glows Spray Tans. And you can get a hold of her at, what's your website?
Sinfulglows.com.
Thank you. This has been a presentation by Scottsdale Living. You can join us on Facebook or thescottsdaleliving.com.